hit Adams Oshiomole again. Comrade Adams Oshiomole, national chairman of the All Progressives Congress (APC), suffered yet another blow on Thursday when President Muhammadu Buhari stopped the inauguration of the new board of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), in which he has vested interest. The president had recently approved a new 16-man board of the NDDC with Dr. Pius Odubu from Edo State as chairman. Odubu was Oshiomole's deputy as Edo State governor between November 2008 and November 2016 and was nominated to the board by Oshiomole. The APC national chairman's misfortune came less than a week after the presidency ordered the police to stop the party from holding a mega rally in Benin City, the Edo State capital, on Friday. Presidential advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said in a statement on Thursday that President Buhari had approved that the board of the NDDC be recomposed and inaugurated after the forensic audit of the organization. The president has also directed that the interim management team of the NDDC be in place till the forensic audit is completed, and that the supervision of the commission shall remain under the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, Adesina said. A credible source informed Daily Independent on Thursday that President Buhari approved the interim management committee of the NDDC on October 13, 2019, before he traveled to the United Kingdom on a 2-week private visit. Sunday Independent had reported exclusively in its October 6, 2019 edition that President Buhari might bow to pressure and reverse the newly constituted board of the NDDC due to widespread resentment and demonstrations across the 9 states of the oil-producing states. Some governors of the oil-bearing states had kicked against the NDDC board, saying politics was the only consideration used in selecting the members, adding that this ran contrary to the provisions of the NDDC Act. According to them, the new board was hurriedly put together without the input of the governors of the oil-bearing states. The law setting up the NDDC provides that governors of the Niger Delta State be consulted on the composition of the NDDC board. Daily Independent gathered that governors of the oil-producing states and the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, had met with the president and prevailed on him to reverse the appointment in the spirit of the NDDC Act. Board members whose hopes had been dashed by the latest developments are Bernard Ukumagba from Delta State, who was to serve as managing director, and Otobong Ndem from Akwa Ibom, who was appointed as the executive director project. Others are Maxwell Oko from Bayelsa State, Jones Erue from Delta State, Victor Ehato from Edo State, Nwogu from Abia State, Theodore Allison from Bayelsa State, Victor Antai from Akwa Ibom State, Maurice Efiwat from Cross River State, Olungbenga Elema from Ondo State, Uchegbu Kirian from Imo State, and Aisha Mohammed from Kano State, representing the Northwest on the board. From Adamawa State, President Buhari had appointed Ado Zubaru to represent the Northeast, while Badmus Mutalib was appointed from Lagos State to represent the Southwest region on the NDDC board. Daily Independent gathered that Ondo State kicked vehemently against the composition and urged President Buhari to appoint an indigene as the next managing director of the interventionist agency. The state had argued that as the 5th largest oil-producing community in Nigeria, its Ondo deserved to produce the next NDDC managing director. According to Ondo State official, other oil-producing states such as Akwa Ibom, Delta, Rivers, and Bayelsa had the opportunity of producing the managing director, executive director of finance and administration, and executive director projects of the NDDC. The first board of the NDDC 2001 to 2004 had Godwin Omene and Emmanuel Agwariawodu, both from Delta State, Chief Timi Alaibe from Bayelsa, as well as Udo Mboso and Okot, both from Akwa Ibom State. The second board 2005-2009 had Chief Timi Alabe from Bayelsa as the MD, Chief Pize Aginiha from Delta State as the EDFA, and Benia Ojon from Rivers State as the EDP. The third board 2009 and 2011 had Mr. Ugowoha from Rivers as Managing Director, Chief Pize Aginiha from Delta State as EDFA, and Ete from Akwa Ibom as the EDP. Still, the third board 2011 to 2013 had Dr. Christian Obo from Rivers State as the Managing Director, Mr. Lambert Komboye from Delta State as the EDFA, while Edikan Eshet from Akwa Ibom was the EDP. If the NDDC Act can be strictly followed in the appointment of the board chairman, why can't they obey same act in the appointment of the managing director and executive directors of the commission? The top official of the state had queried. According to the official, under Part 1, Section 4 of the establishment of the NDDC board, the office of the chairman shall rotate amongst the members states of the commission in the following alphabetical order: Abia State, Akwa Ibom State, Bayelsa State, Cross River State, Delta State, Edo State, Imo State, Ondo State, and Rivers State. Ondo State has never produced the managing director since inception. It is now the turn of Ondo State and not Delta State as presently proposed. It is also the turn of Delta State to produce the chairman and not Edo State. It is a battle royal because Ondo State will not agree and allow the present nomination to stand. The present manipulation was done by the APC chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomole, and the Deputy Senate President, Senator Ovi Omoyagege. He added, the Senate had on November 5, 2019 confirmed the nomination of 15 persons for the appointment on the board of the NDDC out of 16 names nominated by President Buhari. The upper chamber had rejected the nomination of Dr. Joy Nunwe, nominee for Rivers, following her absence at the screening conducted by the Senate Committee on Niger Delta. Nunwe currently serves on the interim committee overseeing the activities of the NDDC. The committee has asked Dr. Cairo Ojugbo as acting executive director, project, and Chief Ibanga Basi Etang as the acting executive director, finance and administration. In his remarks, the Senate President Ahmed Lawan, while speaking on the existence of the interim committee to oversee the NDDC, said, I think there is no ambiguity in this matter. Mr. President sent to the Senate his request for us to confirm his nominees. As soon as the nominees are confirmed, I'm sure any other structure that exists now is vitiated. I don't think we have anything to worry about because this is something that is clearly established by the law. So guys, that is the latest, and from all indications, I think our comrade did not follow the due process. But that being said, that is not even my concern. As I was just going through these things, I was just telling myself, you can imagine since the inception of this NDDC and all of that, and as many that came from that region, you can just ask yourself, with all the names that are calling, you can imagine all these people who have been in this position. If you come and tell them that Nigeria is not good, they will just be laughing at you that this one, they don't know anything. How have you if you are from that area, and they have other projects for other region or for that other sectors? So if you are from that area, how have you benefited from all of these things? This one, that was what I was just thinking. All this one that they put somebody in position or somebody violated in one thing, it's none of my business. Where does this leave common man? It is the same NDDC of a thing that all the money that has been spent concerning that project or that program in that area, if you go to that place, there's nothing to show for it. No development of any sort. People that came from that area or that from that area, we testify to that. And that's why they're going for this forensic audits and all of that. Akpabio was saying, he wants to fight corruption and all of that, that because he is proposing the forensic audit, that's why they are stressing him and all of that. But that's apart. But the question is that where does all this nomination leave you and I in the first place? If you are saying Nigeria is not okay, these guys, they won't bother. And that's why they can support anything in order for them to get whatever they want. See how they are fighting. It is our turn. It is now our turn. Okay, now they are talking about Ondo State, that it is the turn of the Odo people to get this appointment or to be in charge. Then how does it work for somebody in Ondo State? That is my question. They are talking of a Niger Delta development. What development have we seen in that area now compared to money that has been expended, that has been given to them, budgeted for that project since inception? That is the question we need to be asking ourselves. They can fight themselves so that they can be there. They are always, all of them are sharing. Like I always say, these people is, we have them, all these principalities and powers as human beings. They are all over the place. Don't just say, oh, my region, this and that. They are all over the place. So they can support anything, anybody, whether you can read or write. They don't care, in as much they get their own share of the national cake. See, with all this one now, go to the streets, go and see people. Go and see how people are living from hand to mouth. Go and see. You know all of these things. I don't even need to tell you. With all these things, I'll just say this one. Me, I never even knew that all this kind of thing that somebody is this, because it has never even affected me directly or indirectly, or people that are from that area directly or indirectly. That is the question. That is what they will just be doing. All of these things Kukuma affect anybody, affect us, not them and their family and their children. They are the ones. So whether Buhari hit Oshiomole or he jam Oshiomole, now see them. You can imagine the so much Oshiomole that was a comrade. Of course, you see the comrade as in when he was in labor, he was the man of the people. But now, he don't join them. Now, so the life be. Even all people that are complaining now, if you are given opportunity to serve under one government or the other, will you still be able to talk? That is the question. So, guys, I will leave you, to judge for yourself. That is my opinion. Maybe you have other things to say concerning their appointment and their rotation and whatever. But the one that concerns me, that is what I'm talking about. I would like to hear from you, your own point of view in all of this. Leave your comments below. Thank you very much. Bye.